Hello, students. Today we will understand the structure of the Indian Armed Forces in a simple and systematic way. India's defense system is divided into three major services: the Indian Army, the Indian Navy, and the Indian Air Force. Each one protects the nation in a different domain: land, sea, and air. In this lesson, we will study not only their overall structure, but also their divisions, commands, and tactical commanders. At the national level, the President of India is the supreme commander of the armed forces. The Ministry of Defense provides the policy framework and administrative control for national defense. To strengthen jointness among the three services, India has the post of the Chief of Defense Staff or CDS. The CDS also heads the Department of Military Affairs, which was created to promote integration and better use of military resources. The Indian Armed Forces have three main services. The Indian Army fights on land and protects India's borders. The Indian Navy safeguards maritime interests, sea routes, and coastal security. The Indian Air Force protects Indian airspace and supports operations through air power. Together, these three services form the backbone of India's defense system. Let us begin with the Indian Army. The Army follows a clear chain of command. At the top is Army Headquarters. Below that come commands, then corps, then divisions, followed by brigades, battalions, companies, platoons, and sections. This lead structure helps the army manage a very large force in an organized manner and ensure smooth control during operations. The Indian Army is divided into major commands for operational efficiency. These include Northern, Western, Eastern, Southern, Central, and Southwestern commands, along with Army Training Command. Each command is headed by a general officer commanding in chief. This command system allows the army to manage different geographic and strategic areas more effectively. Now let us understand the tactical structure of the army. A corps controls multiple divisions and is a major field formation. A division is an important operational formation under a corps. Below the division comes the brigade, and below the brigade comes the battalion. Among these, the battalion is one of the most important field fighting units in the army and is usually commanded by a colonel. This structure allows the army to fight in a coordinated and disciplined way. Now let us move to the Indian Navy. The Navy structure begins with naval headquarters. Below it are the naval commands. Under these commands operate fleets, and below fleets come flotillas or squadrons, followed by individual ships and submarines. This hierarchy helps the Navy control large-scale maritime operations, coastal defense, and blue water missions. The Indian Navy has three main commands: the Western Naval Command, the Eastern Naval Command, and the Southern Naval Command. The Western Command looks after the Arabian Sea region. The Eastern Command focuses on the Bay of Bengal region. The Southern Command plays a major role in training and support functions. Each command is led by a flag officer commanding in chief. Let us now understand the tactical commanders in the Navy. At a higher operational level, a fleet commander controls major naval assets in a theater. Below that, flotilla or squadron commanders supervise groups of vessels or specific operational groupings. At the most practical combat level, each ship or submarine is led by a commanding officer. This commanding officer is the key tactical commander during naval operations because he directly controls the warship or submarine in mission conditions. Now let us study the Indian Air Force. Its structure begins with Air Headquarters. Below it are the commands. Then come wings, followed by squadrons, and then flights. This structure helps the Air Force organize flying operations, technical support, maintenance, and training in a highly coordinated manner. The Indian Air Force has 7 commands in total. These include 5 operational commands and 2 functional commands. The commands are Western, Eastern, Central, Southern, Southwestern, Maintenance, and Training. Official IF material describes them exactly in this pattern. Each command is headed by an air officer commanding in chief. This arrangement ensures both combat readiness and technical support. Finally, let us understand the tactical command structure of the Indian Air Force. A wing or station controls air operations at an important base or location. Below that, the squadron is the main operational flying unit. Further below, a flight works as a smaller subunit within the squadron structure. In practical terms, the squadron commander is one of the most important tactical leaders in air operations because the squadron is the main combat unit of the Air Force. So, just like the Army has battalions and the Navy has ships, the Air Force depends heavily on its squadrons for operational action. Students, in this lesson, we studied the national defense hierarchy, the structure of the Army, Navy, and Air Force, and also the tactical commanders who lead operations at field level. This topic is very important for understanding how India's military system functions in an organized and disciplined way. Jai Hind.